Hey, church family, I'm standing up here with my wife, Leslie, and we are so privileged and honored to be able to graduate this entire weekend, Friday, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. services, 60 teenagers, 60 students making a purity covenant before God and before all of you. Let's give them a big hand, church family. We are so excited this morning. Our 180 weight training purity course, it's exactly what that is. It's wait. We challenge our students to wait till marriage. We want to teach them how to have the best sex ever. Huh? How many of you know that's cool, huh? By waiting till marriage. Are you married? See, he didn't have to think about that. So we tell them, don't have sex till you're married. We challenge them. One of the biggest fears in our culture today among students, as it was when you guys were growing up, the greatest fear when having sex or being sexually active is getting pregnant. And that's a great fear. It's a good fear, but that's survivable. My wife has survived two babies, and so pregnancy is survivable. Some challenges with that when you're a teenager and you're pregnant, obviously, some tough times ahead for that teenager, but it's not the toughest thing. But sexually transmitted diseases is a rampant epidemic in America today. Today alone, 19,000 students, junior high, high school, and college age, 19,000 will contract an STD today. Tomorrow, another 19,000 will contract an STD. And many students believe that, that they're technical virgins because they haven't gone all the way. Now, when I was growing up, sex was defined as intercourse. Going all the way. But today, they've redefined it because of the STD epidemic. And this is the definition of sex, which is what we try to drill into our students in this course. It is any sexual contact, any sexual contact, any genital contact, hand to genital, mouth to genital, or genital to genital. Because many students believe, as well as many adults believe that they can do everything else, it just don't go all the way, and they're not sexually active. But many of the STDs, specifically HPV, human papillomavirus, which is genital warts, the most common, is transmitted skin to skin. 1 in 4 teenagers in America today have a viral STD. How many of you are over the age of 12? Raise your hand. If you have to think about that, you're in trouble. If you're over the age of 12, raise your hand. Now, check this statistic out. Every American over the age of 12, that's almost everybody in this room, 1 in 5 of you have a viral STD. That is horrific. And so we want to challenge our students not to just wait to have sex like going all the way, but be sexually pure and don't be sexually active. Check this out, parents. Every one of these teenagers, their spouse is alive somewhere today, unless they marry somebody, 14 years younger than them. But every one of them, their spouse is alive today somewhere in this world. Most of them don't know who that is. And we try to drill into our teenagers, 99.9% of all dating relationships do what? End. 99.9% of all dating relationships end. So their husband, their spouse is alive somewhere. And the respect and the integrity they show in all their relationships now at this age, in their teenage years, the respect and integrity they show in those relationships is the trust they will hand their future spouse someday. So we challenge our students. And our church, we are so proud of you guys for making this public declaration. I want to list the names of our students today, and as I say their name, they're going to step forward so you can see who they are. Please reserve your applause till the end of reading the names. Allison Dugan. Cameron Mills. Step forward. David Petty, Delaney Kimberly, Isaac Bailey, Isaac Pay, Janae Blevins, Keisha Olgin, Kimber Harrison, Lanice Horn, Lainey Thomason, Latricia Maleg, Marina Rodriguez, Matthew Suniga, Nicole Levasseur. Did I say that right? Nicole, where's Nicole?
She says no.
Okay, Nicole. I love you, Nicole. Simone Betancourt, Sasha Kimberly, Tucker Fly, Wesley Macias, and Brianna Bell. Church family, give them a big hand. They're graduating today. Let's step on down, babe. Each one of our students have signed what we call the 180 Purity Covenant. They did so earlier this morning, and we're going to go ahead and do the covenant. They're going to repeat after me. We don't want anybody else repeating this after me, only the students that are graduating today. And I've informed the parents, if they cannot hear their child speaking out, they are to pinch them or give them a wedgie. So if you see that happening, you know what's going on, all right? All right, students, you ready? Let's belt it out, okay? Because I want to honor my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because I want to have fun and not worry. Because I am smart. And I know how to set boundaries. Because I want to be a role model for other students. I don't want to compromise my values. I don't want to disappoint my parents. I don't want to be disappointed. Today, I vow before God, my pastors, my parents, my peers, and my church to remain drug-free, alcohol-free, and sexually pure. Let's hear it, church. Come on. Woo! Yeah! We're so proud of you. We're proud of you. Great. You can be seated. We have one more thing. We call it our 180 Purity Ring Pledge. And every one of them have a purity ring. It says 180 iWait on it. We have a one for girls. It's different than the one for boys. And they're going to be placing it on their ring finger, their wedding ring finger, only to be replaced with their real wedding ring finger when they get married. And the parents are going to do that. So students, if you'll turn and face your parents, you step up in there and face them. It's going to be eye-to-eye contact. This is not a bad thing. This is good. Parents, I want you to place the ring on the tip of their wedding ring finger. And students, I want you to look in the eyes of your parents, and I want you to say this after me. Believing that true love waits, I make a commitment to God, to myself, to my future spouse, and my future children, to remain sexually pure in every relationship, both now and after marriage. I will wear this ring as a reminder of my vow until the day my spouse removes it and puts a wedding ring in its place. Parents, go ahead and slide that on their finger and give them a big hug. Oh, that's so good. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You can be seated. Thank you, guys.